Hey y'all, thanks for stopping by the channel and checking out what I got going on today. I wasn't going to video this, but basically because I'm under a time crunch, but I know you guys like watching and seeing what I'm doing in the shop, so I grabbed my spare camera out of the truck and we're going to video this. May not be the highest quality, may be shaky. I do have a tripod with me, spare tripod, but it's not the best, so please bear with me. Show you what we're getting into and we'll get this going, so hang on and be right back. Alright y'all, what we got going on is we're going to build a solid front axle for plan B. I got some 1x3 channel tubing or square tubing, and I got these rounds here. I did go down to Twisted V Twin Garage's shop and used his lathe, bored a hole through the center. They do need to be cut to length. They're oversized. I made them purposely that way just so I can trim them to length. But basically that's what's going to happen. We're going to weld one on each end like that. First I'm going to take them over on the chop saw and cut them to length, and then we'll kind of round these. I'll kind of cope this out a little bit here on the end so it'll sit back in there nice and neat, and then we'll get her all welded up. And I apologize if the lighting's not the best, but like I said, I wasn't planning on doing a lot of videoing on this, but again, I know you guys like to see what I'm doing, so here it is. Alright, let me get this measured out and cut the length, and we'll get to moving on with what we're doing. Y'all, what we're doing here is I want about a 1/4 inch of this end piece to stick out top and bottom, so I got some 1/4 inch material here, laid it on top and bottom, took a little paint pen there, and I'm just gonna kind of set it up on there, and then I'm going to scribe a line on each one, and that'll be my mark where I cut them off at. So let me get those scribed, and we'll get over to the chop saw and get them chopped off. So alright y'all, there's my metal cutting chop saw. It doesn't have a friction blade in it. It's actually got a metal cutting blade in it. But you can see here I got them both stacked up here. Got the other end flushed off, and I'm going to cut down through both of them and make sure they're both exactly the same length. So I don't know if I can set you guys up someplace back here where you can see what I'm doing, and we'll get them cut off. So give me a minute and we'll see what we can do. Alright guys, you should be out of harm's way here. We're going to cut this sucker off. So Plan B. Apparently that blade is super dull, so we're going to have to come up with another idea how to cut these off, so bring y'all back when I come up with that. Alright y'all, time to try some sketchy stuff here. We are going to attempt to cut down through here with a grinder. Hopefully we can do it without losing limbs. I'm going to move it out in the vise a little bit, get it out here a little bit further, but yeah. And as always, don't do as I do. This is for entertainment purposes only. I take this fully responsible for my own health and well-being. So, if you're going to try anything that I'm trying, you do it at your own risk. This ain't an instructional. So, hang on and we'll get back at this. Alright y'all. I'm going to video this in case this is my last video. I love y'all, and thank you for watching the channel. But yeah, here we go. like it worked alright. So I'm going to clean them up a little bit here with the grinder on the edges, and we'll get moving on to the next part. Alright, y'all. So we got this set up here on the welding bench. Got our spacer underneath there, so we got about a 1/4 inch top and bottom. You see, I got it kind of coped there. I know the lighting sucks, but got it all coped. Got it all ground, ready to go. We're gonna throw some bead on there. First, I'm just gonna tack weld it, make sure everything's square, and then I'll weld her up solid. So we'll get you all set up over here somewhere. All right, y'all. Here we go. Alright, y'all. I know it ain't stacking no dimes or anything, but there she is. She's all welded up. As the old saying go, a grinder and paint make me the welder I ain't. Yeah. There it is. You know, like I said, she ain't the most prettiest girl to ball, but she'll get her done. So, alright, we'll bring y'all back when we move on to the next portion. Alright, y'all. I know you guys are probably, some of y'all are probably questioning why I made those perfectly straight up and down. We're not going all that fast. If we were going over 25-30 miles an hour, I would have kicked them out to give a little bit of canter, but you know, this is how we've done it for years, and it works just fine. Actually, when we're pulling, most of the time the front wheels aren't touching the ground that much anyways. You're steering it with your butt on the back wheels, but I just wanted to answer that because I know somebody's gonna ask or make a comment, so that's why we do it. So, all right, next step is we're gonna take this back to my shop, and we'll find dead center, mark it on the tractor, get the old front axle off, and get this one welded and bolted and everything else in place. So we'll see y'all in a little bit. Alright, y'all, we're back here at the my home shop, and we're gonna start tearing this front axle out of plan B so we can put this the extended axle out front there. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pull this steering linkage off here. Just half-inch wrench here, 9/16 here, pull this cotter key out, and that'll drop out. And then I'm going to take this side off, leave it attached to the other side, and then we'll pull the pivot out here. So let me get the camera set up on a tripod, and we'll give you all a show what's going on here. Alright, ain't nothing but to do it, so let's do it. Pull that up. Yeah, that nut's not, this ain't real tight in that hole. It should be a lot tighter, but I didn't put this front end on here and didn't hook this linkage up. So, and they do wear over time, so. Alright. Got that cotter pin out of there. My half-inch wrench under here. There's that. You guys probably can't see, but alright. I'm gonna end up pulling that bolt out because she's hitting there, so I'll set that off the side and we'll take this sucker off. Alright, got that off there. Now, grab the impact. Wouldn't you know it? That's got a castle nut on it. So I'm going to have to get down under there and see if I can't get that cotter pin out of there. So I'm gonna get down in there and we'll move you all around, see if you can see, and then we'll get that out of there. Alright, y'all, wasn't really nothing to see there. Got underneath there with needle nose pliers, straightened it out, pulled it out. So now we can loosen this bolt up here. There's that bolt, and pull that right off there. There she be. There's that. That one's off. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. I already pulled the cotter pin out of it. And then next, there's a pivot bolt in the front center, or in the center there of this axle. I'll grab the wrenches and stuff, and we'll get you set up, and we'll pull that one out. So I'll bring you back when we get the other side off and get ready to pull that center pivot out. Alright, y'all, here's that bolt we're talking about. It's right there in the center of the pivot. There's a nut on the back side. I can't really get the camera set up, but that's what I'm going to be taking apart. So let me get that out of there. We'll get this bolt out and we'll drop that drop this axle out of here. So sorry I can't film or video taking it out. So alright, we'll bring you back. Alright, y'all, I got you kind of precariously blocked up. You might be able to see a little bit, so Did I grab the wrong size wrench? It's supposed to be an 1.1/8. I think this is 1.1/8. This thing's so old I can't even read it. Oh, it's 1.16". Damn. Well, guess we'll grab another socket, another ratchet. We'll bring y'all right back. Alright, and we're back. Got the right size tools now. Alright, look at that. I got that out. Now sometimes these bolts get wore, they get a shoulder in them, and it's hard to get them out, but hopefully this one's been out before and somebody's replaced it. But oh yeah, she's sliding. Now you guys are sitting on my block that I need, because my jack only goes so high. So let me find another block and we'll bring you back. Alright y'all, this is going to be kind of super sketchy, but we got that bolt out. Alright. Alright, she's out. So let me get the camera turned around here and we'll show you what we're going to do with the new front end. So give me a minute, we'll bring you right back. Alright y'all, here's a little side-by-side comparison to the old axle there on top, the new axle down at the bottom. It's going to give me about 4 or 5 inches of drop, so that'll bring the front end down, just makes it better for pulling. So just wanted to show you all that. We're going to get the jack back over here and get that new one up in place and show you how we're going to attach it. Alright y'all, as you can see, the axle's in place. I'm going to put 3 bolts across the front, and then I'm going to put gussets from the back side back to here, and I'm going to weld the gussets on here, and we'll put bolts through there. So, bolts through there. So, yep, that's how she's going to be. So, let me get some holes drilled and get these bolts in, and we'll bring you all back. Alright y'all, got the left side spindle all done. What I did is I cut the top piece off, and then about a 1/4 inch above the spindle, flipped it over, welded it back on here, the whole flat part, and then this arm here, which actually stuck up this way, well, that way on the original axle, cut it off. I cut it off, flipped it over, welded it back on, and then you can see here where that's about a 1/2 inch thick. I've welded all that around there. I know the welds don't look the best. I'm using my flux core, and it's really humid out here, so it's not welding real the best. I will take it up to my daily shop and weld it up better up there. On the top here, I had some 1.25" flat stock. Cut a piece, welded here, welded on the inside. Really good. Again, I'll take it up and weld it up in my daily shop, but that's what it looks like. The other side's going to be a lot easier, because basically all I got to do is just cut it off here and weld it back on down at the bottom, and then make one of these little pieces up. I don't have to, there's not another one of these pieces here, because that's where the drag link comes up from the steering box. So that's it, man. I do have to cut and lengthen this rod 6-8 inches, but that's no big deal. I've done it before. I just cut that in half, put some tubing in there, and then weld around the ends of it and stuff, and that's basically it for that. So hey y'all, it's the next day. It just got, my brother stopped by, we were bullshitting. I worked on this front end a little bit more, and then I decided 8 o'clock it was time to eat some dinner. Went and got dinner, ate that, got back to work, didn't even think about turning the camera back on. I know it's excuses. I mean, it was hot and humid in here. It was almost 90 degrees in here and real high humidity, and honestly I just didn't feel like turning the camera back on. I just wanted to get some work done. But as you can see here, if the lighting's good enough, that we did get this side on. You know, it turns everything, and I got the other side. It's actually over on the workbench here. Let me go grab that and I'll show you what we got on the other side. Alright guys, here's the other side. Basically the same as the other one, the first side. We got the top piece put on there. Now I just need to take this and weld it on. Get the holes lined up, get it welded on, and then we can put this piece on the other side, and we're ready for put the drag link on and extend that steering, or extend that arm, that bar that comes from the steering box up to the front end to actually do the steering. So I'm going to go ahead and get that welded up, get it bolted on, and we'll move on to that drag link and stuff and bring you all back whenever we get a little further along there. Alright y'all, we got that drag link all extended out. I had to extend it about 1 inch. The front axle was just a little bit wider. I wanted it a little bit wider, so there's that. Got that all welded in. Next we're going to work on that steering arm. It's got to be extended about 8 inches, so we'll get that over here and get it extended out, and we'll bring you back when we get that done. Alright y'all, got that steering link all extended. Had extended about 8 inches, so there's that. We'll let it cool down there a little bit. I just got done welding it, and we'll get her installed and we'll show you how the steering works. Alright y'all, here it is. Got everything all hooked up. See, I'm turning the steering wheel there. We got everything all hooked up. Only thing is on the other side I got to put a steering stop, because when I extend this out, you can see here that it needs to stop about right there, right in that area there. But you can see it'll come all the way back around and break something. So I'm gonna put a steering stop on it about right there. And it'll just be a piece of round stock that drops down off the axle just to stop that from coming on around. The other side, you know, doesn't do it. So, but there we have it. So that's about where I wanted to stop at right there. So I'll get a piece of round stock cut and we'll weld her down on there and she'll be good to go. So we'll bring you back after we get the tires on it and get it set down on the ground. Alright y'all, there you go. We got her all on the ground. See if I can get back here enough to, I like the stance of it now. So go around to the front here, give you guys a view of the front. So I think she looks pretty good. So I like the way she sits now. So The only thing left to do is I got to do the gussets for the back part of the axle here. Right in there. Right in here. To support the axle from rolling backwards and, well, rolling forward too, but we're just going to weld some pieces in there and hope for the best. So I'll bring you all back whenever we get along that far. So got to cut some steel and we'll get them in there. I want to thank everybody for stopping and checking out a video. I know you're all busy and takes time out of your day to watch what I'm videoing here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope you learned something, what it takes to get the stance you need for pulling. Sorry it wasn't a lot of real good footage. Kind of under, like I said, under a time crunch to get it done. And Mark and I are going pulling this Saturday. This is actually Friday afternoon, and I got to edit this and get it up. And hopefully we get some good pulling videos tomorrow. As long as the weather holds out, we'll try to do our best to get anything you can. So guys, go over and check out Twisted V-Twin Garage, and give him a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel here, give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. You'll get all the notifications, everything I do here in the garage, and pulling and everything else. So thank you guys, and have a great day.